heroism does come at an expensively hefty cost. Heroism, for example, comes at the expensively hefty cost at going down with, or being struck down with PTSD. Not surprisingly, in various bits and pieces. But this is a particular man whom back in the 1990s, he joined up to, in the army, the British Army, in the Royal Irish Regiment, Northern Irish, because he's Northern Irish, this man is. He fought in Baghdad back in the 2000s. He unfortunately had to be medically discharged from the army in about 2015 due to being struck down, most unfortunately, with very complex PTSD. Well, the MOD believed it was complex PTSD, and his original diagnosis was PTSD, so there's conflicted decisions from both departments, from the doctor and the MOD, Ministry of Defence, about his PTSD and what type of it he has and what have you. But he's a truly heroic man who represents a good community. He's got well over 160,000 subscribers. This man, and even wrote a book, one of his notable books is called Exploitation. This man, he certainly needs no introduction, Trevor Coult MC. You know, who really, in my opinion, certainly deserves to be one of the most recommended YouTubers for 2025 without a questionable shadow of a doubt. Trevor kindly represented my content back in September of 2023, shortly after Fiona represented me. It was Fiona who showed him my content, and he was intrigued with my content, as he did tell me. And then before long, we've become firm friends. I consider Trevor to be one of my best friends, even if we may not agree on the same things, you know, and he may have a bit more humour than than I. He has got quite a lot of humour, in my opinion. Silly humour, but he's very good at it, and he keeps it in a controlled way. And of course he does it in a no-nonsense way, in a very well done manner. You know, and also he goes by the philosophy, we lift each other up and help each other out. And that is certainly the philosophy dare go for. You know, and it's a fantastic philosophy Trevor has got when he said that. No, really, it's well and truly fantastic. Most certainly in the way I view it. And with some months after Trevor represented me, we both did a live stream podcast together, which is an unlisted, it's not public, it's unlisted now. We did a podcast live stream together. And honestly, I had a ball with Trevor. I had huge swathes of fun with him when we did it. I mean, it was just enchanted. It was marvellous. Honestly, I couldn't have had a better time with somebody like Trevor when we did the live stream together. And then I did a live stream with Trevor shortly before 2025 knocked its doors and rang into the calendar fruition. I was on it temporarily with Jen, and that's RHR Jen, that is, who Trevor is whom they're both very closely supportive of one another, Trevor and Jen themselves. You know, Jen's lovely. And so it's generally a good friendship what Trevor and I have. And I've encountered some wonderful newfound friends through Trevor. If it wasn't for Trevor, I wouldn't have encountered wonderful friends like Charlie, lovely Charlie girl, who's an Essex resident, by the way. Charlie, Maureen Howard, Maureen Howard and her dearly loved husband Paul, Maureen MacD, who's a Kiwi lady from New Zealand, Heather McDowell, Heather Griffin from New Zealand, John Griffin, very nice John, Mr. and Mrs. Griffin, Quake Girl, she's a New Zealand resident, lovely Quake Girl, Carla from South Wales, Carly Clogs Carla from South Wales, her dearly loved husband's from there too, with her dearly loved husband, and her 3 children, her 2 girls and boy, well, her only boy. Lily Smith, and there's another Lils in Shropshire, and a Lillian Smith, and Gareth D. Blacksmith. I wouldn't have encountered them had it not been for Trevor. And the list just goes on for miles on end. The list of newfound friends I'd encountered through Trevor is endless, if not boundless. You know, it just keeps going on down a steep downward slope. You know, the list just keeps going down the line, down the railway tracks. The list of friends I encountered through Trevor himself. You know, but utmost and foremost, Trevor's a true hero. He served his country when he served in the armed forces. And what he did, I mean, not many people would even have the guts to do what Trevor did, or let alone the minds or the brains. But Trevor, he made it happen for serving his country, and in 2006 he received his military cross from Our late Her Majesty the Queen, in which his parents were very proud of him on that very moment, and he was honoured himself with receiving the MC Military Cross award itself. You know, so he's done very well throughout his military career, and he should be commended big time in each and every way, without beyond a shadow of a doubt in every way. One thing I would say, Trevor, is thank you for your years of service when you served in the armed forces from, I think, 1994, as you did tell me, up until 2015, when you sadly had to be medically discharged. But well done. I'm just so sorry you really don't get enough respect for all that you did, when you did a huge amount of effort when you served for your country in the armed forces, and yet you get lacking amount of respect for it. All what I would say is we appreciate you, and certainly do we thank you for all that you did for your enormously innate heroism and your bravery and your resilience. Even though it came at the expensively hefty cost of going down with PTSD, we thank you for your service, Trevor. I certainly thank you enormously, profoundly, for your service. Well done. Very well done, Trevor. And thank you. Thank you for your years of service. If only more people, and especially more ex-military men who made good soldiers like yourself, if only they received more respect in this day and age. And also, Trevor, I cannot thank you enough for the live streams we did together. From when we did one this time last year, and then I was on momentarily for the St. Patrick's Day live stream 2024, and then I did the New Year's Eve live stream with yourself and Jen and then Michelle Pope temporarily. And then I did the live stream podcast with you, and that was tremendous fun. Honestly, I enjoyed myself just thoroughly. I enjoyed having you very, very much. And you had so much to share. You had so many long but extremely interesting stories. I was genuinely interested. And I was captivated. I was extremely captivated with your stories from your army days. I was well and truly captivated. and enormously interested in every way. So thank you, really didn't have to, but thank you. Thank you for taking the generous time and trouble with appearing on my podcast series recently, Trevor. You didn't have to, but it's been very well received, our podcast, and we certainly need to do another one together. I'm certainly looking forward to doing another live with you, whether it's me appearing on your channel or you appearing on my channel. Thank you, Trevor. You are always wonderful in every way. And certainly am I looking forward to doing more lives and more future collaborations with you in the future years to come. And Trevor's got a big special 50th birthday later this year. In the spring, in April of this year, he turns 50. Do hope you have a fantastic celebration for your 50th birthday, Trevor. I, for one, will certainly be wishing you a happy birthday for sure. Beyond a questionable doubt. And, but all I can really well and truly say is Trevor, most certainly, without a shadow of a doubt, deserves to be one of the most recommended YouTubers for 2025. I would certainly say that very confidently and most enormously clearly. But thank you everybody indeed for watching this very latest episode. For those of you who are not yet familiar with Trevor's content, the link to his channel will be found in the description below. You certainly deserve to be one of the most recommended YouTubers for 2025, Trevor. And once again, Trevor, thank you for your years of service. Thank you for your service, alongside thank you to Graham for his service, and Shappa, and Hutch, and Betty's dearly loved husband, Steve. Thank you. And any ex-military people on here who are watching, thank you. Thank you kindly for your years of service. And thank you everybody indeed for watching this very video. And I shall certainly see you in the very next video. Ta-ta for now, goodbye, and may happiness be knocking kindly on your doorstep.